Okay, so something I guess I'm going to talk about is something I realized, and I just want to clear up for people is that a lot of people, especially I know people my age, especially guys my age, men my age, and I'm almost positive probably everyone is like this, but like I have friends that wrongly judge themselves, and they say they're like sociopaths, or they say they have Asperger's and stuff like that. And the reality is like this is just an egoic judgment, and these types of judgments can um, be very like rooted inside of you, or kind of inside of you, like lingering around. The truth is like no, my friend doesn't have Asperger's. My other friend is not a sociopath. No, that's just not the truth. But the ego is going to will will easily snowball into making conclusions like this, and we got to realize that that's just not the case. It's just obviously not the case. You shouldn't judge yourself. And then my friends are having these problems because of just like general human problems, due to not really connecting with Dharma and stuff like that. So that's where a lot of these problems came from. My friend who said he had Asperger's, it was really he didn't want he had guilt and shame, and he didn't want people to see that in his eyes. When in reality, someone with Asperger's, when they look at someone's eyes, their whole nervous system freaks out, and they feel like sick to their stomach, or they can't see properly, stuff like that, right? And then my other friend, he says he leans towards sociopathy. Is not a sociopath. He's just a little emotionally confused, a little emotionally numb, and that's basically 98% of the population in America. And that's because the general social norms are emotionally confused and emotionally numb, right? We don't view love as a biggest thing. Like we have no understanding of what love really is and how to express it. We think, oh, relationships are the only the only love you show outside your family is to someone you're having a lustful relationship with, and that's obviously crazy, right? That's really backwards. And and then even the love that's shown in families is hindered, right? So like whatever like weird judgment you have of yourself, like floating in the back of your head, like it's just not true, man. Just not true. And then I'll even go as far as say that like real like this could like this is actually a huge deal. It's probably like a lot of people will judge themselves to such an extent as they're being socialized and brought up that like they'll act out the judgment. Like they'll judge themselves that they are perverted, and then they'll start acting out in perverted ways. In reality, that's just not them. For an example, and then this due to socialization and the way they're brought up as well, right? So the ego goes both ways. The ego judges other people and then also judges itself, right? And so you have to be aware of that, right? You can't let the ego judge yourself because all of a sudden, like, let's say you like let's say you love kids, right? If you're not careful, many people are, this is a problem in America, right? Because of the way the gender norms are about males and kids, many people, their ego judges them instantly when they um, start to behold the beauty in a kid or feel attracted towards a kid, right? From the heart, or want to spend time with children, right? The ego will judges them so quickly that it starts to skew their own understanding of who they are, right? They're like, am I perverted? Like, am I? Like, maybe I am. Like, maybe that's perverted, dude. Don't do that. Don't think about kids. Don't look at kids. So you have to step away from that. The reality is that we all have a true nature, and it's very pure. It's very pure. And if you and and then the other thing is that you have to let go. You have to let go and let stuff run its course. If you are trying to suppress something like the idea that Like maybe there's an idea like, am I perverted? Like if you suppress that, like, no, 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 no. Um, like your mind will make that molehill into a mountain until you stare at it and go like, yeah, this is not me. It's not me. Just to like make that a little clearer at the end. If you are having trouble with like with the mind, like I was saying, like you have the egoic judgment has turned into these thoughts that you're scared of even looking at because you don't because you deep down you might think it's true. Like, oh, am I perverted? And if you go like, oh, no, 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 it's gonna keep coming back and back. And so what you need to do is you need to it comes and you literally you're just looking at it. You're just looking at it. And then you realize, oh, that's not me at all. And you realize, and it disappears as you just look at it. No reaction. No reaction. Because again, because this is even more advanced take on it. If you are giving it a reaction, guess what? That's exactly what it wants. Especially if you're someone that's dissipating your ego. This is the type of shit you're gonna start running into because this is like the ego's like last defense to start bringing up like really like putrid shit even to make you go like no, that's not me, no. And that in reality that's an egoic response, and that's the ego trying to hang on for dear life. So when you have something like that come up and test you, you see it as the ego, you don't even care, you're just love and soul. And you know if you fight it, if you start trying to push it away as if it is going to be you, it's going to start causing you, it's going to keep popping up and start causing you problems and be on your mind, and you're going to be attached with that. But if you just go and look at it, it has no power whatsoever. And each time you do that, you're stepping away from your ego even more.